Hello everybody, welcome to Records of Evil, a new D&D adventure for those of you out there to join. Of course, I am being joined by a good number of players here who have very interesting characters they can tell you about. Why don't we start by introducing them, your cast of characters that you're going to be encountering on this adventure. Wyrm, why don't we tell us about Versel?
Yes, so my character is Versel. She's a LIzardfolk. She's from a forest far away, and her tribe and family was killed by a demon.
You know, it happens. Horrible demon slaughter. Mm-hmm. And basically, a new friend introduced you to the cult of Asmodeus, our great and dark lord. Brought vengeance for you, and brought you into the fold, into his warm embrace. Warm, fiery, hellish embrace. Jinxx, how about you tell us about Mishka?
Right, I thought Asmodeus' lair was cold.
No, that's like the fourth. That's like the fourth layer. No, wait, no.
Oh.
There's like two little bits.
I don't remember. There's too many layers.
Just, you know.
So, Mishka is a tiefling, and she's basically grown up in the town that the cult is based in, and she's just. Her parents were part of it, and she's just grown up with it and become basically obsessive. So the moment she was able to, she jumped right in.
Yeah, you know, you found, you know, your family has grown with you, has grown in power with you, and has showed you the true light of Asmodeus throughout your life. You felt his warming caress upon your shoulder all that time, leading you forward into true darkness. And of course, Therzee. Jess, why don't you tell us about Therzee?
So glad you pronounced that first, because I already forgot how I knew it was pronounced.
I don't know if I got it correct either.
Well, it's Therzee.
Mm.
Yeah, kind of close to... I'm going to remember it because it's thirsty.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I would have thought of Thursday.
Oh, Thursday, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that works. That's how I'll remember. I'll have to put a little thing next to it, but, she likes to steal things. And she's very good at it. She, you know, didn't do much growing up other than steal from people. And now she accidentally stole from someone in the cult and they invited her, so, you know.
And, our Dark Lord has found a way to, move your dangerous feelings in a proper direction, basically.
Yeah, now I get paid more.
Mm-hmm. You can use those for the greater good of the cult.
Greater good of my pockets.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so our story starts with Kalimshan, a country in the southern parts of Faerun, a country that, if you would see it, it would remind you of some of the Middle Eastern countries we see now. Things like Old Egypt, where there was still a lot of green in amongst the desert outside of it. The Kalim Desert is a massive desert that has magic to it. And of course, the capital and largest city is Kalimport, a trade city that is, again, both a desert city and a port city, as it finds itself on the edge of this desert and at the southern tip of this kind of continental area. But our focus is not on Kalimport, but on the desert itself. The desert is a place of magic, of a battle between great elementals that when they fought, they left a scar upon it, a malleable scar. And of course, there is currently a large rock structure that has existed there for many years. One that seemingly burst up from the desert itself one day And unlike many structures in this desert, has not gone away. Memnon's Claw, they call it. A shard of glass, obsidian, where the sand of the desert met wind and fire, the two elements of the two Dijin that fought there, and combined together to form this massive mound of material. And deep within it, those that serve Asmodeus have found a home. A cult, if you will. Now, Asmodeus, he is a god now. But still, there are many that see his worship as a dark thing. And his many cults still dwell within there. And now the cult of the Ruby Eye prepares their greatest ceremony. They have gathered together their members and their very powerful artifact, the Eye of Asmodeus. The cult know that they are to summon an aspect of their lord, perhaps one that could stay and walk among them for eons to come, lead them in a new revolution, a new power of their god. And the Grand High Master of the cult, who's only known as the Grand High Master, his true name has not been spoken. Perhaps he hides it because maybe on the surface he's someone important somewhere, an important dignitary within Kalimport that serves the cult. But this masked man brought all of you together, created a family for you all. Now all three of you, as new initiates, as there are many new initiates this year, have been assigned to small tasks. Small things that seem trivial, almost. But the latest task is one that does seem a little trivial, but maybe perhaps a little more important than your previous tasks. One of the emergency escape routes. Now, this route, it could be used to access the lair in the cult's domain, but traditionally it's used as a escape route for members of the cult should something go wrong. And you've been assigned to a small guard room on the edge of it. There's a table in the center of this room, a couple sets of playing cards, some chairs that you can all sit around, a couple just loose hammocks set up, a single oil lantern, a couple torches, and a half-filled barrel of oil in case you need to fill your lantern. There's a simple weapons rack on the one wall. Nothing special there. A couple quarterstaffs, a few daggers. Places that if you wanted to hang your weapons, it's more for that. This place is sparse in comparison to many areas within the cult. You know that they have some structure to them. A lower level where they have some living quarters dug out. The middle layer where there's storage and people mostly live, and a kind of upper level with a great chamber of the eye is. And where the ritual should be taking place now. So, guard duty. You're definitely enjoying it. What all of you are all doing? You've been on guard duty for a little while now. And things have been, well, quiet, to say the least.
I'm gonna climb in a hammock, I won't lie. I'm gonna get comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, have a half nap. Only a half nap. I'm not quite asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting at the table, probably leaning back in the chair, feet propped up on the table.
I play with the cards, just shuffling them around.
It's just, it looks like there's a standard set of playing cards and probably some cards for 3 Dragon Ante, another common game in Wyrm. So you got options on either. The decks seem worn, so it seems like people have used them before. They look intact, as far as you can tell. time passes. A couple more hours go by, and you find yourselves definitely bored, in a way. I mean, it's guard duty. You never expect much from guard duty, and as much as this is more of a prestigious posting than you've previously gotten, this is still not an exciting posting. But would you all please give me perception checks? I want, Therzee, can you roll me with disadvantage because you're kind of half asleep?
Alright. Let me find perception because I'm blind. There we go.
Okay, still really good. Okay, still got a 17. It should be under your skills. Should be, or under in your skills should be perception, and you just click on perception. You should.
I know. I just switched to query.
Yeah, I have to set up everybody else's sheet that they don't roll with advantage.
Yeah, I switched mine to query advantage. So.
It's fine. There you go. Now you should be, Mishka, you should be set up. Okay.
Also, I got a great roll.
If you want to re-roll Jinxx for Mishka, then, since I set it up that it should roll without... Yeah. It should have toggle advantage. I forgot to do that. That's my bad. I keep forgetting that you have to set it up to toggle.
I didn't realize that was it.
Yeah, it's a weird trick of the entire thing. Set that to let's do this. Okay. So, Versel, you hear something in the hall outside. At first it just sounds like maybe footsteps. Maybe someone's coming to relieve you or something. But then you realize the footsteps are odd. Spaced out. Like someone's like shuffling up a little bit, waiting for a moment. Not like a full walk.
I grab my shield and mace, which were probably propped up on the table next to me.
Okay.
Wake up.
Therzee, you were kind of disturbed a little bit by... You thought you heard something, but you really didn't get a good hear. And Mishka, you were kind of missing whatever it was. You were just kind of like playing around with the cards, probably playing something akin to solitaire.
Do we hear...
It's coming from the you said it's coming from the direction of where...
There's a hallway outside of
the... coming from?
No, actually.
Or from the direction to the outside. Okay, so it's coming from where people would come from the outside.
Yes.
Yeah, okay then. Wake up.
I'll slowly sort of roll out. Notice that you have your weapons out and immediately grab my short bow.
Okay. Alright. Breaking it up a little bit. I missed you, Jinxx, because you broke up there a little bit. We're getting connection problems?
The Discord was funny with me for a bit as well. I couldn't hear anyone.
You might want to try switching servers, Tantus.
I did switch servers again. We're on West now.
Oh, okay.
So it could be some other kind of some kind of other issue.
Is it better now?
It's better now, yeah.
Okay. Mishka puts the cards down and grabs, I believe I had like a dagger or something. I don't remember what I gave.
What weapons do you have? You're like, oh.
I found it. It's the scimitar. I forgot. I'm used to grabbing daggers.
Okay.
At the,
all right.
scimitar.
So, bursting into the rooms, you see a couple of men dressed in what definitely Therzee you would recognize as the armor of the guards of Calimport. They burst in, weapons drawn, ready to fight. But of course, all of you are ready. So please, roll me initiative. For rolling initiative, for those of you who are new, you look to your character sheet, and it is
I'm rolling
next to your armor class,
beast.
above your hit points. There you go.
There it is.
All right. I probably should have made tokens for you, but
was I supposed to do that at disadvantage?
No, you were not. You
No, because I alerted you.
You did. Yes, you got alerted. We'll worry about.
Wait, pop up.
I will worry about tokens next time for a nice turn order. But for now, we know. Let me just check what the. That is a question mark. That is not a slash. That is the question mark again. God.
You'll
Oh
try to
boy.
load up Reddit like I do.
Okay. Wow. So, I guess, Therzee, you are first. You currently
Yay.
see 3 men who have burst into the door.
And they're in armor.
Yes. They look very non-cult.
Yeah. I'm gonna aim for the closest one's head and shoot my my short bow, sorry.
Mhm.
I take it I just click on the short bow, right?
Yes. That should pop it up.
Ding.
That is a hit. 21 will hit. And then you
Yay.
click on the short bow under there, and it should roll the damage. That works. So you...
I hit him.
Because you're adding strength, and you should be adding dexterity. What is your dexterity?
Oh, I
mod?
thought I changed it to dex, did I not?
You did not.
My dexterity is 16 underneath all the big
So it's
3.
3. So you do 4 damage to him. So
Yay.
you kind of aim for the head, but rather you like kind of clip him in the shoulder a little bit. There's like a spurt of blood as it does stick into his armor, as you know he brandishes his spear. Mishka, you would be next.
And I just clicked the weapon, yeah.
It has not popped up yet. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, you just click on the weapon if it's been entered incorrectly under your sheet. Let me check if we entered it correctly. We might not have, actually. Yeah, you just click on the scimitar. It's all entered good look well.
Do you prefer auto roll damage or?
Click on it under your attacks and
Last one I did.
spellcasting. Yeah, attack and spellcasting. You should be able to. It should be the one under your hit points and stuff. The attack and
Oh, yeah,
spellcasting.
I see it.
Yeah.
I'm blind. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So 15. Let's check the. Where did I put that? Oh, I got rid of that accidentally. I'll just pop this out. Okay. So you kind of like run up at one and kind of take a slash at it, and he raises his shield in time to block you.
Wait a second. Shouldn't I be going next?
Wait. What did you get? Oh, I'm sorry. I got the wrong turn order. Oh god. Whatever. Okay, go ahead. It's fine.
I just let Jinxx go next. It's fine.
I mean, I'd gladly take another chance at this.
You go now. I'll fix it next turn.
Yeah.
It's getting character names associated with who's who in my brain still. So Versel, what are you doing?
I'm going actually to attempt to throw a chair at the doorway to kind of create a minor obstacle.
Okay.
For those filtering in.
Sure.
What do I want to roll? Potentially
j-
hitting someone in the process wouldn't be bad either.
Just roll me a strength, just straight strength, because you're not going to have proficiency, and it's a thrown weapon, so I think it's strength. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's technically an improvised weapon, which is just the weapon type roll. Oh, because I have to.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
You chuck the
Well, there
chair.
goes my roll.
It kind of like flies. It kind of hits the wall. It's not really too in the way. The one guard kind of like it kind of goes over his head, who kind of had already filtered in, and kind of like dodges as it kind of lands behind him. It might be in the way a little bit, but not too badly. So the guards are going to engage you, and each one is going to move up and attack each of you.
So much for trying to create a advantageous position.
Yes. Each one's going to try to get a spear on you. So let's roll some. We'll go in the order that people were supposed to go in. So, Therzee, what is your AC?
My AC?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that means.
It's your armor class.
Armor class.
Oh!
It's right next to initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a look. My armor class is 13.
Okay. You are missed.
Yay!
Versel, what is your armor class?
Are you wearing armor?
Therzee is not...
Do I not
No,
have
the
that
reason,
on?
You don't have the armor on.
the reason I asked is because 13 was your Dex mod, so you
Yeah, we'll get the
Oh.
armor
should be at
on.
least you should be at least 14 if you're wearing like basic leather.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll fix that in a sec.
Yeah.
I'm trying to add the dagger right now. I'm so confused.
It's fine. It's learning.
Okay, now it's my turn.
Yeah,
Or
what's your
that's
armor?
being attacked, so.
Yes.
My armor is 17.
Okay, and Mishka.
13.
Okay, all of you are missed. The spears kind of
Yay.
clink off of your armors each individually as they kind of move in.
Heck yeah.
They definitely are taking a very good defensive
Oh, please,
stance.
I have a shield.
They're definitely seem to be taking a very good defensive stance, so they're not like going all out, attack and opening themselves up. Enough that you are able to defend against their weapons. You can see behind these two more move in. One moves into the room very efficiently. The other gets a little tangled up on the chair, but not too much. Just enough to maybe like keep them at the door. The one that filtered in, I'm just going to roll randomly to see who he goes up next to. Poor Mishka, because you were close to the door, closer to the door, two of the second one the first one that came up to you. So you got two threatening you right
That's
now.
not good.
Yeah. Okay, but it is the top of the order, and we move back to Therzee.
Okay. Quickly, would dagger be dex or strength? I was thinking it would be more strength. Oh, okay. But damage is okay. Alright, I have the dagger in now.
Okay.
I'm going to aim at another head and try and shoot them again.
Okay.
That one. That.
So because we have the same technical initiative order, can I do something for her right now? Because what I wanted to do next is tip the table over to grant cover for the bow user.
Sure. We can say that you did that so that she can shoot from around it. We'll say the one that she shot went after her, so you get another arrow into him. You rolled no dice.
Excuse me?
You've rolled no dice either time. It's rolling 0.
Why is it rolling 0?
Let's take a look at your short bow. Because it only shows the dice, you actually have to enter the dice.
Oh my god.
There you go. Please roll me 2d6 because you have dealt... the one damage... You technically dealt 3 damage, so you've dealt 6 damage overall so far. So Versel...
I hate that it...
pushes over the table, kind of like giving you like a little chance to sort of move behind the table to the one side, and you shoot, using that cover to prevent him from striking back against you, and you manage to then finally get a better shot. Like, the shot to his arm was a pretty good one. Now you actually, like, shoot him right up into the throat. The man kind of chokes a little bit and falls back dead. So the one that was bothering you is dead.
Oh, heck yeah.
Alright. Versel, you can still take an action. We'll say that it was like you kind of like used your move action to knock over a table. That's not too difficult. You like kicked it over.
Yeah. Okay, it was a flimsy table, got it.
Yeah. It's just like a simple like wooden table, so you kind of like thwomped it down. You know?
I know. Yeah. Hey, I mean, I'm just helping because cover. By the way, if you're using cover, you have +2 AC to your AC.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm just like I'm trying to create an advantageous position for us.
I very much appreciate
Okay,
it.
that's my move action. So, is anyone within striking range then?
Yes, you got one right up in your face.
Okay.
Grr.
Then,
Spear.
You know what? The one nice thing about clerics and paladins too is that you can use an emblem for your holy symbol, and an emblem means it can be put on something such as a shield.
Yep.
And I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just letting you know why I'm able to cast with a shield.
Because you got a nice drawing on your shield. It's like, hey everybody, look! I mean, it's pretty obvious you serve Asmodeus then, but other than that...
Yeah, oh yeah, no. Actually, like, that's the thing is, I have a, oh gosh, I forget what it's called. But anyway, I have also some, if you said you failed to read the last page of my backstory, but my character actually was all like, who's this Asmodeus? And then, like, read up on it, and it's like, oh, I'm totally on board with this.
It's like, oh, this sounds great. I like your religion. Thanks, I'll join it and be a cleric. Yay, evil!
Anyway.
Alright, you fail to touch. You kind of swipe at him. He raises his shield up, so your hand kind of knocks into his shield. Unfortunately. Okay, so now that we have the correct order...
Oh no, I inflict wounds with an effective shield bash.
So, the fifth one will replace the one that was killed, moving up to bother Therzee. And they are going to get their attacks off. Not D10s, please. Okay, so Therzee, you had an AC of 14. 14. Okay. So each will get hit once. I'm just going to roll one standard attack against all of you then, because I will be lazy. You each take 2 damage!
Aww.
I said I was going to roll one attack against all of you, and just roll the damage once.
How do we record that on this sheet
Okay,
specifically?
so...
I only know I don't know one.
Yep, on your sheet, you have a current hit points. You see, you have a maximum hit points, and then a current hit points below there.
Oh, yep, I filled
Yeah,
it.
so in the small spot, you're supposed to write basically your maximum hit
Yeah.
points, and then in the lower spot, you're supposed to put
Your current.
your current, and so that way you adjust the current, but you still have record of your maximum.
Alright, yep, I didn't see the tiny little one.
Yep. The one is tiny.
It's so tiny.
Yes.
Well, it's meant to be. It's meant to be out of the way.
Alright, so, Mishka, you're up then.
I still have 2 people with me.
Yeah, there's 2 people in front of you right now.
Okay. So,
If we are in advantageous positions, what we should be doing is each flanking the table with the archer in the middle for cover.
And then trying to keep the stabby people away, but no.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically keep them on the other side of cover for the one who apparently only has 14 AC.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
the other 2 are?
You could probably get the two of them if you wanted to in your Thunderstep for sure, without hitting anybody else. If you wanted to use that.
Okay.
Man. Definitely getting a lot of issues today, and I don't know what's gonna.
It might be on her.
Thunder wave, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're next to each other, so like if you want, as I say, if you wanted to use your Thunder Wave, you could. That would definitely hit both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. They will make some con saves. Oh, I rolled 2d20. Okay. I have to quickly check Thunder Wave. I think it's half damage if successful.
I just did a quick search. Discord is having a lot of problems reported right now.
Ah.
So, yay. So that's what we're getting. Discord problems right now.
Yep.
It seems always. Okay, so push 10 feet away. So the one stands strong next to you. The other one is pushed 10 feet away. Actually, let me roll something because his positioning. Alright, he gets pushed away, and by chance, that stupid chair that you fist with is in the way, so it trips him back, falling over the chair. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yeah, the one stood firm, the other one flies back and, like, just over the chair. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do about Discord problems.
Yeah.
It's just, no, there's a high volume of issues going on right now.
I'm gonna eventually have enough relative income that I feel like I can get that Zoom subscription. Eventually.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah, I keep thinking about it. Anyway, alright. So that brings us back to the top of the initiative order with Therzee. Another one has moved up. It looks as though this one is a little wiser than the last one, and so he kind of moves up and around the table, so no longer do you have cover from the table.
Vaults it.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a shield or anything, or is it's just the armor? Right?
Armor, shield, spear. They kind of got standard guard gear.
By the way, if you want to attack with a bow in melee combat, it's disadvantage.
Okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
You can.
It takes your action to. It does take your action to switch weapons, but not to drop a weapon and draw a new one. If I remember correctly.
Yes.
Okay.
If you just switch them, but if you wanted to drop the bow and pull something else out, that would not take up your ability to stab the guy or attack the guy too.
Yeah, I will drop the weapon then,
Mm-hmm.
and get my short sword out and try and get underneath a piece of his armor and stab him.
Okay.
This one?
Yep. Okay. He kind of throws up his shield in the way, kind of clanks off of it, kind of keeping.
You're a rogue, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I within 5 feet?
You would not have been in this case for this guy, because basically you're like on either your positioning on the table is like you are to the one side of the table and she's towards the center of the table kind of thing, and the other guy's coming from.
I just wanted to know if she got
the sneak attack
bonuses.
Yeah, not unfortunately not at the moment. But it is your turn though.
Okay. So there's one person in front of me.
Yep.
So who's and two people by Jinxx.
One person by Mishka. The other one got thrown back and fell prone over by that chair that you set up, basically. So it looks like It looks like he'll have some trouble getting up and getting back to someone this turn.
Yeah, it'll take a move action to get up at least. Cool. I am going to. No, let's. No, I should save that. I'm gonna just mason.
Okay. Mace to the proverbial face. Well, you.
Oh my gosh.
You certainly miss. You kind of like swing wide
Ouch.
and kind of just like just miss completely, just like kind of thumping into the table a little bit. They are going to go.
Say that 2 seconds I took to examine the battlefield distracted me.
Mm-hmm. So each of you is going to get.
Just like I just did a quick look, and then I'm like, okay, swing out.
Okay, each of you is going to get an attack again. It looks as though Therzee and Mishka, both of you are going to get struck again. The other one is actually going to the other one that's getting himself up is actually going to move over towards you, Versel.
Okay.
Roll that again.
I've got the defense. My offense is lacking. I used all my good. Well,
you each take 2 damage again.
Oh god.
That's not fun.
I hurt.
Yes, but it could have been a lot worse.
Oh no.
Well, time for a party wipe. That include me?
No, you didn't get hit. But
Okay.
but the one that was knocked down at the on the chair actually has gotten up and decided to not go and bunch up and is going after you now.
Yeah.
So it probably says something about like, let's take down the lizard and then go after the witch. Okay. Anyway, Therzee, you're up.
Can I see his hand that's holding the spear, or has he got that hidden?
You could see the hand. Sure.
I'm gonna try and stab him in the hand.
Okay. Give me a second here to figure this out, because there is a process for this. Maneuvers. 74. I think that's something that more a fighter is. Okay, you can try for the hand. Okay, go ahead.
Sure.
Just roll me an attack with disadvantage if you want to go for the hand. It's a much smaller
Okay.
target. All right. Yeah, that's certainly very good. So you're gonna kind of stab into his hand, and let me roll something here. Okay. So you'll kind of stab into his hand, getting a really good strike, like into his wrist, injuring him pretty severely there, as he'll kind of drop the spear.
Free spear.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next up is Versel. Oh, man. Something's odd today with just internet in general, because I dropped some frames and I'm only freaking doing this. That's just odd.
Yeah. Let's see. Just so after going through a big coding class, I can tell you that basically part of the reason might be if a big service behind a lot of these applications is having issues, then a bunch of basically, like, there's this thing called Bootstrap, and if that goes down, literally half the internet goes down.
Oh, wonderful.
You know, there's stuff like that, and so if it's being slow, maybe a lot of things are being slow, so...
So, Anyway, you're being threatened by two now. The one that seems to have taken some injuries, and the one that you've been fighting from before that is completely uninjured.
Okay. I guess I'm going to just attack him.
Okay, which one are you hitting at?
The slightly injured one.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, there we go.
I didn't have the rolls up. People have been hearing the rolls, but haven't seen the rolls. Got to put them up. Now they are.
I messaged that to you like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yep, I see that now. Okay, you managed to get a grazing blow, but it looks like that was just enough that he couldn't dodge. Like, it looks like it's just going to be grazing blow. But it looks like he kind of slips up on his injuries, and you just smack him really hard in the chest with your mace, and he just kind of, like, collapses down. Fine.
Alright.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's roll that for those two. Okay. And one of those, two of those. Okay, so, Therzee, the guy kind of, like, strugglingly picks up his spear again and tries to use it. It looks like he's just not as accurate anymore thanks to his injury, but he's got his hand in it. You know, he's fighting through the pain to, like, fight you. But he misses you because of that. And the other two of you get some spear attacks, but you manage to kind of parry it out of the way, taking advantage of the situation. Putting us to Mishka. Your turn.
Cool. I still have one person in front of me, right?
Yes.
Right, so I'll just use my scimitar.
Alright, that will not hit him. You kind of like bounce off his shield, he'll raise it up in time, kind of blocking you, unfortunately. Goes to the top of the order of Therzee. You got this guy that's struggling with you in front of you.
Okay, I'm just gonna try and... Ooh, I could steal his spear.
Well, he's got it in his hand again. You know, he picked it back up with his like struggling hand. So he's still like fighting with it. It's like it's not working as well. AKA he's got disadvantage to attacks because of his injury, but he's still like managing to strike at you with it. He's struggling through the pain because he's like he looks really pissed off at you.
He's just really mad.
Mm-hmm. With horrible arm injury.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna stab him in his other hand now.
The shield hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and push the shield around and stab him in the hand.
Okay.
Disadvantage again?
Sure.
I want to take away his hands.
Okay, no, you miss.
No.
Okay. Versel. You are down to one in front of you. The one that's been fighting you for a while now, and, you know, just hasn't actually managed to hit you.
Cool.
Okay, you bang off his armor as, you know, the two of you are exchanging blows.
I like it. It's like, you know, block, hit, you know, block, 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 block.
Yep.
Some guy runs over, whack!
Alright, yes, we have another round of attacks against you. Versel, or Therzee, the one against you continues to, like, have trouble because of horrible arm injuries. Versel, the one against you, does similar to you and kind of swings wide and hits that table and, like, kind of curses. Like, you know, that both of you are, like, beating up this table. And, Mishka, just the one that kind of swings, stabs a spear, and you kind of dodge to the side this time. Which puts us at your turn, Mishka.
Well, I'll just try to swing at him again, I guess.
Okay. Alright, again...
I'm not doing good.
it's like you're all parrying back and forth a whole lot, you know? It just is ending
Obviously, none of us are very good.
Nope, you
besides,
just...
Therzee.
Therzee's managed to get a good hit. Therzee, it's your turn though.
Okay. I'm gonna aim for his face now.
You're just gonna kind of stab him.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah.
I've had enough of him in his hands.
Okay, so just normal attack, just to stab him. Okay, miss again.
Forget what I said.
Versel, you're up then.
Let's keep trying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
You're doing so good.
Okay.
Clearly, the internet issues are affecting our rolls. Like, this isn't normal.
Okay,
TV is
so
bad luck, man.
Therzee, again, his pain manages to prevent him from hitting you, and this time, though, Versel, your enemy will manage to get a strike against you. Kind of finally find a chink in your armor, and he will do you 3.
That was me?
Yes.
Okay.
Your deadly nemesis, which you've been battling with, Mishka.
See, this is why I keep saying I block, because I don't wear armor.
You block with the shield, or like I guess your natural scaliness.
Yeah, like my natural scales help deflect blows, but
Yeah.
It's my turn?
Yes. your
Or... Okay. I'm gonna try it. This is not working.
turn. This is. All of you are rolling very poorly.
It's getting worse.
It's Therzee. Please roll me another attack of some kind. Probably. Jess. Therzee, go. Again. In the struggle. The struggle to stab.
I just want to stab them a little bit, you know?
It would be nice. It's apparently not happening.
I'm just gonna go for a stab anywhere. I'm just at this point, it's just stand there and do this.
Yeah, just until something hits.
Something might hit.
All right, you managed to finally, get...
You did it!
Yep, you managed to get in, and, his injuries from before are enough that when you strike into him, you finish him off. You finally get a stab, deep into his chest. He kind of crumples over and dies. Okay, Versel.
yes. So how many people are left? Just 2?
Just 2. One that is slightly injured, that kind of got hit by Mishka's spell, and the one by you who hasn't been injured at all.
Well, then I'm just gonna go for it. There we go.
You certainly give finally a good touch in. You kind of push yourself in, almost like...
Oh, and that was a good roll. I just grab his face and melt him.
Yeah, you just basically punch in through his spear and a shield, kind of just reaching into the face as you just see his body wither up with the necrotic energy as it seems as though he just wrinkles as life energy just drains from him and this almost mummified husk just falls to the ground. All right, the last one will continue his attack. And he'll scream something like, for the glory of all that is good! Oh, my.
The Emperor.
He'll totally get another strike onto poor Mishka. And,
Oh, no.
I feel like that deserves
and, and he'll get a good
No,
stab.
that was all my hit points.
Okay, so you are currently unconscious. You are not.
Yeah.
You are not dead, but you are unconscious. So we will worry about.
See,
your
I
death
wanted to save that for healing. spell slot for healing, but I got annoyed.
So please, it would be your turn, so you can roll me a death save. Which should be... okay, so you have one failed death save, so just mark off a failure. And we go to Therzee. Therzee, there's one guy left. It looks like he just dropped Mishka, who, I mean, you've probably done a couple of jobs with now, so it's up to you. You people have worked together. You're all new people. You know, maybe you don't know each other that well, but still, this guy's like, for all that is good, he's just struck down one of your colleagues.
See, well, I wouldn't be mad, but it was his battle cry that made me mad.
Yeah.
To pick my weapon back up, that'll take a turn, right? Like my bow that I discarded?
You could probably drop your short sword and then just pick up the bow, I'll say, for, like, with your move equivalent.
Okay.
Just kind of scoop it up.
I'm gonna scoop it up. I'm gonna try and shoot him in the head.
Okay.
Find it. There it is.
Alright, no. He realizes he's being, like, shot at, kind of dodges out of the way. So, Versel.
Are there any more tables and chairs in the room?
Probably some chairs and stuff. The table's still there. I mean, like, this guy's more on the other side of the table from you than Therzee. That's for sure.
Well, I'm gonna slide over.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this guy compared to, Mishka?
Like, right next to him. Next to her.
Okay. It's probably not safe for me to do a medicine to try and stabilize then. Don't roll a 1 on your next death save.
I mean, I'll try not to.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you will hit with your bite.
I slide over and chomp him in the neck.
Chomp him in the neck. For 5. Okay, you get a really good bite on, like, his neck and shoulder. It kind of like he's still standing, but he looks very shocked. He'll try to strike back against you.
Wait.
Oh.
I'm as a bonus action, I'm gonna use Hungry Jaws.
Oh.
So basically, I gain temporary hit points equal to my con mod, so 2 temporary hit points.
Okay. He'll try to strike back against you. Certainly won't. A 2 will certainly not hit you. As, like, you kind of, like, just kind of, like, out of surprise, he kind of swings almost wildly, and you easily are able to deflect it with your shield with, like, almost no action. I need another death save from you, Mishka. It's a success. Hey, we're 1-1. Therzee.
I'm gonna shoot again.
Okay.
I missed.
All right. Yeah, you missed. You shoot while you actually shoot into the table in front of you as you're trying to use it for cover. Versel, you were up again then.
Let's just get this.
This is a lot of 1s already. Like 2 on your side, only 1 on the other. All right, you just take his mace and you strike into him. Finally, like using the surprise from before and the parry of your weapon, you just strike back with your mace, just like pelting him on the other side of the head as he just kind of crumples down, dead. I would need once again a death save from Mishka.
Don't roll a 1.
I did it.
And a 10 counts as a success because they're nice.
Heck yeah.
Let me see
And
medicine.
Is it? Yeah, I don't remember if it's DC 15 or DC 10 to stabilize.
I don't either off the top of my head. That's a good thing to find out.
Please save me.
Well, I mean, your good friend, Therzee could attempt something too.
Ooh, could I?
Probably.
You could also help to give me advantage. I could hold them with advantage.
Oh. Where are you dying? I guess it's under you. Man, I should have used the Oh, it's 10. DC 10 medicine check. You're stable. Congratulations.
Yeah. Stabilized.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I grabbed some bandages, which are probably somewhere in the room,
Yeah, there's probably some like
and go over.
they're not really the
stop
nicest looking
bleeding.
bandages. They're just like ooh, this is just a little But I mean they'll work.
I mean, even so, cloth of a bed sheet I can cut off. You know, anything will do.
Something that just gets me alive, It's fine.
Yeah, just basically, push it into the wound, stop the bleeding.
Yeah. It's all
Get
fine.
some smelling salts,
Yeah. All right.
Well, technically, I don't think this wakes you up though.
No, it unfortunately.
You still have to.
does not.
You still are down for I think like 1d4 hours or something.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm not dead.
Are all of you resting for a little bit? Or
Yes,
what's
please.
you like to do? Okay, so you kind of rest for an hour, and Mishka, you will awaken with a hit point after an hour. I rolled a 1 on the d4.
Okay.
The rest of you, if you wish to, if you are injured, you can spend a hit dice to heal. For those of you unfamiliar, what you can do is under your temporary hit points next to the death saves is a place where it says hit dice. You can hit the hit dice and reduce that number to 0. And it will roll a hit dice that will be your healing. So,
Oh.
yep.
Can I do that too, or am I just like...
I think you are just at 1 because you didn't get the... you got the 1 because you sat there and didn't bleed for an hour.
Alright.
It's technically 1d4 hours, but
I rolled a 1 on the d4.
oh,
So- yes.
Okay.
I actually rolled a 1.
Then
so-
you are up. Then you are up with 1 hit.
Mhm.
Cool.
So I change my hit dice to 0?
Oh, no. See, the 0 I changed it to is because you using it. See, I just rolled it for
okay.
you. You rolled
Yeah.
an 8. You get 8 hit points. Well, up to your maximum.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
I only
basically,
have
That takes
8.
another hour. That takes another hour for a rest then, so it's technically
well, that was
9 after 2 hours.
Well, that's if you want to wait for Mishka to heal up a little bit. You can wait another hour.
Oh, okay, I see.
That was Therzee.
for-
Therzee, yeah.
That was Therzee.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was.
Were you going to just wait, or do you want to use one to heal your injuries too?
I'm only at 7. How long did temporary hit points last?
Oh God. You look that up in the meantime. Everything is kind of quiet for the hour you wait for hope and kind of rest up, recovering yourself from the encounter.
Well, since if like, I would say like if I'm fine, I'm fine, so I may actually try to warn the cult that there was an attack
Mm-hmm.
in that time. But then at the same time, do I want? Yeah, no, it's better that I warn them of an attack because there may be an attack from another direction.
Okay. So you're actually going to do something over the course of this hour instead of just relaxing.
Yeah,
the rest
instead of resting, I'm gonna go
Okay.
back up the passageway and attempt to warn the nearest person to spread it.
Okay.
And then probably go back to tending to Mishka.
Okay, yeah, you can go down the tunnel for a while and get into one of the small chambers on the second floor, where it seems as though something is going the person will kind of grab you and be like, why are you here? Why have you abandoned your post?
Because we just warded off an attack.
You too. Go back. Do you need any reinforcements?
Some might help. We have one of our members is down.
Seems a number of paladins have enlisted some of the Calimport guards to attack us. We're doing fine right now, but go back to your post. We'll see if we can spare some men.
If you can spare anyone, that would be appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I turn and run back.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
And you can arrive back with a little bit of time to kind of wait for the others to get up. Once all of you are up, what are you doing? An hour has passed now. Things have been quiet, actually, for the hour.
I keep it until I finish a long rest.
Okay, there you go. So you got some temporary hit points for a bit.
So I'm good. I'm at technically 9 hit points.
Okay. Actually, what I think we should do is, before I get into stuff from this next, what's happening after your hour of rest, let's take our first break. It's been an hour. So if you need to quickly use the restroom, grab a drink, grab a snack, go ahead and do that, and we'll be back in a little bit. So, see you in a second, folks.